Hello! Oh my god, it feels like it's been ages even though it's only been 2 days. Welcome, Ruka, Oe, Matt, Eternal Magician, Apparition, James, and G-chan. Woo! Oh my god, I'm just... I don't know if I've told you this, you guys, before, but I love this story. I do. And it just feels like it's forever between the streams and last time. Oh my god, were we just smacked in the face with a huge revelation about Natsuhi. Hello, Olive. Welcome to the stream. Whoa! Not gonna lie, that fit in with some theories I've had. I don't know how well they do fit in, but, Jesus Christ. But I don't know if I told you guys this on stream before. I don't think you did. A lot of my theories hold together. If Shannon and Beatrice, if Beatrice was like a split personality of Shannon, and that would explain the whole materialized thing at the end of episode 4. If she was created from trauma. Yeah, I know. Eternal Magician, it's a shock. I've been very subtle about how much I love Umineko, so yeah. Hello, Weibo. Welcome to the stream. So that's my currently running theory. Yeah, it's been barely noticeable, but now it is time, I think, unless they throw another curveball at us, for the first Twilight and the murders to begin in the 5th game controlled by Lambda. Oh, that is sweet of you, Oe. I don't think they're they're near Brisbane, though. Brisbane has been relatively okay. A couple of weeks ago, the air quality was horrible. But the fires are mostly concentrated in New South Wales, and we're in Queensland. So that's where the worst of it is. So we're okay. I appreciate that, Oe. That is really sweet of you. We are fine. Not think about scary things right now. Let's think about murders. Time to go get back into it, eh? Alright, so just 1 second. And here we go. Was it someone's alarm clock? Beep, beep. An electronic tone repeatedly rang out through the room. Battler, who had gone to bed late and not managed to get enough sleep, covered his head in his blanket and waited for someone to turn off the alarm. But no matter how much time has passed, the electronic tone didn't stop. Seriously, Ji-chan, seriously. Beatrice, save us, seriously. And of course, my volume on the computer is a bit too loud. Hello, Romsh. Welcome to the stream. I see. The point of an alarm clock isn't just to be loud enough to wake you, but to be annoying enough to keep you from wanting to fall back asleep. Hey, the alarm's going off. Make it stop, please. Why do waking up voices always get this annoyed? Well, it does make sense. After all, people are still sleepy and in a bad mood. However, there was absolutely no sign that my annoyed voice had caused anyone to turn over in their sleep, or crawl out of bed to stop the alarm. Letting out a deep sigh, I stumbled to my feet. With the shutters down on the windows, there was almost no light getting in, and the room was as dim as it had been earlier. Though even without the shutters, there's no way this dull weather would let in enough sun to make this into a pleasant morning. The cousins were still wrapped up in their beds, sound asleep and taking no notice whatsoever of that beeping. Normally, once one person gets up, the others tend to automatically follow. Annoyed that this law of serial summer camp awakenings that I'd made up had been broken, if I searched for the source of the sound. I could hear it coming from a wristwatch set on the table. Judging by the style of the watch, it was probably George Oniki's. Anyway, when I randomly pushed the small button on the side of it, the sound stopped. Apparently, it had been set for 7 in the morning. Is it already 7? Sorry, but I really don't feel like I slept at all. Playing cards were left on the table as though they had been stopped mid-game. The game had probably been 7s. Yeah. Damn it, I got this piercing headache. What the hell happened last night? That mountain of gold and the subsequent argument between the relatives all feel like a bad dream. So stupid. Breakfast normally came at 8. Yeah, 7 is pretty goddamn early. Now wasn't a bad time to start getting up and getting dressed. Even those adults probably wouldn't argue in front of the cousins. In that case, I'll stay with my cousins all day long. I'm sure they'll be able to separate me from all this annoying talk about the gold and being the successor and all. In fact, I should have done this from the beginning. I felt disgusting having slept with my clothes on last night, which caused me to get all sweaty. I guess I'll take a shower. I'm sure the others want to as well. At this age, it's embarrassing to wake them up by shaking their shoulders. If I turn the TV on, everyone will probably wake up. Well, let's at least turn the lights on for now. Oh, hello. Good morning, apparition. Oh my god, really? I'm so sorry, apparition. I can't believe it starts this early for you. In this dim light, with the quiet sound of the never-ending wind and rain, it really doesn't feel like morning has come yet. I flipped the light switch, and then that dimly lit morning ended. Oh my god. Oh my god. Jeez. Oh boy. Holy shit. George! George! This is just too horrible! How could anyone get away with something like this? As they clung to Aniki's corpse, which would never wake up again, Aunt Eva and Uncle Hideyoshi cried. We knew this was going to happen, too. Oh my god. That's enough. Do you think George-kun would like the two of you to see him this way? Of course not. Aniki! Now I know how you feel. Let's have Dr. Nanjo handle this. You don't understand! George was killed! George! Dr. Nanjo's right. We mustn't keep staring at George in such a state. This is for George's sake. We have to restrain ourselves for now. Oh God, Georgie. We knew this was going to happen because of the preview earlier. When Aunt Eva tried even harder to cling to that corpse, Dad and Uncle Hideyoshi dragged her away and had a heated debate with her beside the wall. No! No! George! Dr. Nacho, help him! If he'd lost too much blood, do a blood transfusion! George and I are the same blood type! I beg you! Dr. Nacho! Eva-san. It pains me to say this, but your blood can't do George-kun any good now. Can you guys just let her grieve, please? Oh, God. Hello, Antra. Welcome to the stream. Dr. Nanjo shook his head slightly, then nodded across to where I stood, giving me a signal. I softly pulled the blanket up, covering George Aniki's corpse. His neck was split wide open. It was probably larger and deeper than his mouth. Would covering that part up make the corpse look neat and clean? Of course not. The large amount of lost blood stained the bed a horrible red and black. And even covering him with the blanket couldn't hide the traces. After all, even the blanket had large red-black stains. I know, Ji-chan, I know. I agree. After all, and covering him with it made his corpse look even more gruesome. So I stripped the blanket off my bed and placed it on top of the first one. But there were only 2 extra blankets, so if we covered one more of the corpses, we wouldn't be able to cover it anymore. I feel bad about the ones we can't cover, but for some reason, times like these make me feel like muttering, "Don't complain about being unfair," inside my head. Kirie, put blankets over all of him. Wouldn't want him to catch cold. Sure, darling. Kirie-san and I started covering the other corpses up to their heads with blankets, just like George Aniki's, so that they wouldn't have to undergo any more shame with their terrible wounds exposed like this. In one bed rested Jessica. Jessica was exactly the same as George Aniki. Though she appeared to be resting quietly in the bed, her neck had been sliced deep and the wound lay open in a brutal way. Maria was the same, and not only Maria, there was one more victim. Lying on the same bed, as though they'd been sleeping alongside each other, was Aunt Rosa. George Aniki, Jessica, Maria, and Aunt Rosa. In this room were 4 humans who had been killed, their necks sliced open. They'd probably been like that since last night. I'd returned without noticing anything, gotten in bed and fallen asleep. All of them had a horizontal cut across their throats. I had been forced to see all the way into the depths of those gashes in everyone's throats. At worst, the wounds might have been deep enough to stretch halfway through their necks. If you tried to open it up, you'd probably be able to see that the gash reached all the way to the bone. The only wounds were the single gashes on each neck. So if you just covered their necks with your hand, you might be able to persuade yourself that they were merely sleeping. But even so, this frighteningly deep wound was incredibly gruesome. Hello, Uchiha Shadow. I don't think I've seen you before. Welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you here. There's no such thing as clean or dirty ways of killing. All methods of killing are equally brutal, but even so, the brutality here was just horrible. I called that one right, apparition. Jeez. I'm telling you, 50% of the time, the title actually applies to the video. Woo! In that case. And there was one more thing that adorned those brutal murders, making them even more unsettling. Drawn very large on the wall was something like an eerie magic circle. It was drawn in a bright red paint that looked like blood. It made it look as though some creepy ceremony had taken place in this room, with the four of them offered as human sacrifices. However, that wasn't what we were concerned about. No one has a heart so cold that they could witness the death of those close to them, and still worry about some scribbles on the wall. Oh boy.
Good morning, everyone. Oh, what a wonderful magic circle.
The girl who bragged that she drew more pleasure from the process of exposing the truth than the truth itself, and who went so far as to call herself an intellectual rapist, appeared in the hall. When she saw the extraordinarily creepy magic circle in this gruesome room, I heard what was unmistakably a sigh of admiration escape her lips. Oh, thank you, Uchiha Shadow. Oh, that is sweet of you for watching the old ones. You, don't come in here.
I just heard about it in the quarter. It's 4 people who've passed away, correct? Allow me to express my sincere regrets.
On Erika's face? No, that's not it. It was in her eyes. In Erika's eyes, I could see an indiscreet smile that was hard to describe. She found this interesting. She found the outbreak of a crime interesting. She's kind of like a sociopath here. It was like the smile of a kid off to the side of the stage, just before her turn to appear in a school play. Sorry, Erika-chan. We're busy at the moment. Could you wait in your room?
Well, we can't have that. After all, I have been designated the detective. It's the detective's right to investigate the scene.
We're saying that we have no business with you. Now's the time for outsiders like you to stand back.
In my personal opinion, only third-rate mysteries have a suspect who tries to interfere with the investigation, and then turns out to be the culprit.
Who gives a damn about what you want? Get out! You aren't wanted here! Erika-chan! I'm really sorry, but could you go back to your room? We're busy right now!
Oh god, Eva?
George!
Step back! I can't investigate the scene like this.
If it's necessary, we'll do it ourselves. The police will do it. He really does not like her. She just rubs him the wrong way. Like hell, you have the right to bring more shame to everyone's remains than they've already endured! The voice actors are incredible in this.
Detective's authority? The detective has the right to inspect all crime scenes. Stand back, Ushirmia Butler! This is an official privilege of this game, which the human side has accepted.
Those words, which seemed to be utterly ridiculous at first, were words of power that had come from a world on a much higher plane than the one they were in. Battler was thrown back by an unseen power and landed on his butt. Struck silent by this quiet intensity, no one was able to prevent Erica from entering the room, suffocated by this bizarre atmosphere.
Don't worry. My goal is not to profane the dignity of the deceased. It's not like I want to peek into something as disgusting as a slit through someone's neck. I want to know something completely different. In other words, who committed these murders? I asked Dr. Nanjo and everyone else too. In particular, the first one to discover them, Butler-san. There are many things I want to question you about, so I request your cooperation.
Like I said, by what authority are you doing this? Because I am the detective. Battler couldn't argue against this incomprehensible nonsense. No, he wasn't permitted to argue. It was a restriction placed on pieces. Hello, Peekaboo. Welcome to the stream. Erica summoned Dr. Nanjo and heard the details of his preliminary examination of the corpses. Normally, he wouldn't have spoken of that to an outsider so casually. The incredible irony of the entire thing of Umineko. Like, I just can't help but grasp that in order to prove that no magic has been used to commit crimes, they're literally using magic beyond comprehension, which I just find just absolutely hilarious and awesome and amazing. Seriously. I think that's just so incredibly original. And the characters and just the story are just, I just love this so fucking much, you guys. However, for some reason, the atmosphere about the place had become one in which hiding things from Erica was forbidden. Okay, let's enjoy this first Twilight of Lambdas. 4 corpses. That's 2 corpses short. Well, she doesn't necessarily need to have 6 people killed, but that's how we've been playing. That girl isn't completely clueless, so she must have killed 2 more people somewhere. On the wall was a magic circle, representing the first Twilight, similar to the ones in Beato's games. That girl talks tough, but I wonder just how closely she'll be able to imitate Beato. Sailor Moon, welcome to the stream, and that is totally fine. Work absolutely takes priority over these streams, seriously. Welcome back, Sailor Moon. That Hebrew sure is crappy. It isn't written exactly right. Oh, Mammon! I haven't seen the Seven Stakes in quite a while.
What the heck? What's going on? Why is there a magic circle? I'll bet they want to copy Beatrice-sama. What a crabby magic circle.
This isn't just a copycat! Some human went out of their way to draw that, so they could make it look like Beatrice-sama did this! Anyway, let's report to Beatrice-sama about this! Even though we've already up to our eyeballs just protecting Goldsmith's secret. What a pain.
But these murders have no beauty to them at all. It isn't really a closed room, and there's nothing impossible about it. Such pitiful murders aren't worthy of Beatrice-sama at all.
Furudo Erika. An unexpected crime and an unexpected woman. And the unexpected man from 19 years ago. And if you add in the fact that Battler's already solved the epitaph, this game is completely different from normal. What the heck's going on? Let's go!
Yasune-sama.
Yasune-sama! In the kitchen, Goda was preparing a wonderful breakfast at a brisk pace. The main dish would be herb omelets. Even simple foods can become an invigorating feast under Goda's skillful hands. He would pre-cook everything beforehand and prepare the food in the dining hall right before everyone's eyes. Ah! Pum 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 pum. Goda hummed as he continued his work in high spirits. Oh god. When Shannon, who was helping out, saw Goda like this, her mood also brightened. She arranged this. Oh god. She arranged the salad in a neat little pattern and showed it to Goda.
How is this? I think it makes the tomatoes look a bit cute.
Ooh, very nice. You really know what you're doing, Shannon-san. Oh my god! I can't exactly sing in the Shannon voice, jeez. The two happy people gave each other a high five. Shannon didn't like Goda when he was sneaky, but she had no problems at all with him when he was cooking happily. She sometimes even thought it'd be nice if his contract hadn't included any jobs besides cooking. If that had been the case, he wouldn't have had to get in a bad mood doing unnecessary jobs.
食堂の準備ができましたよ。
The dining hall is ready.
いつでも運べますからね。
You can carry it in whenever you want.
もうじきですので、配膳車の準備をお願いします。
They're gonna discover 2 more bodies in the dining hall, aren't they? We're almost good to go, so please get the serving cart ready. Without thinking, even Kumasawa caught Goda's high spirits. The kitchen had a very nice smell and atmosphere about it, truly refreshing for so early in the morning. Then Cannon came back, grumpy even this early in the morning, just like he always was. I'm just Oscar the Grouch. Cannon and Genji were in charge of getting many things ready for the morning, such as opening the curtains. However, Cannon was alone today, so it had taken much longer than usual.
終わったよ。
I'm done.
源氏様は
Where's Genji-sama? He better not be dead again, so Collider doesn't get to see him fight for a 5th game in a row.
まだいらっしゃらないの。
He still isn't here.
珍しいわね。
That's odd.
寝坊されるなんて。
I can't imagine he'd sleep in.
あの源氏さんでもお寝坊をね。
I guess even Genji-san sleeps in sometimes.
親族会議の最中だというのに緊張感に欠けてますね。
That's rather careless of him, considering that this is the middle of the family conference.
カノンさん、
Cannon-san,
起こしてきてあげてくれませんか？
could you wake him for us?
はい。
Yes. Fine.
寝ぼけまなこの源氏さんってどんな顔なのかしら。
I wonder what Genji-san's face looks like when he's half asleep.
But I won't be happy about it. I'll do it. Emo style.
私もご一緒しますよ。
Let me go with you.
Even though Goda had asked her to get the serving cart ready, Kumasawa plodded off after Cannon, slyly skipping work. As Cannon muttered about how Goda was the one who slept in all the time, he headed for the servant waiting room.
カノンさんは今朝起こさなかったんですか？
So, you didn't wake him up this morning, Cannon-san?
僕は昨夜、使用人室でそのまま寝ちゃったんで、控室には戻ってないんです。
Last night, I fell asleep while still in the servant room, so I didn't return to the waiting room. Last night, Cannon had dozed off while in the middle of his late-night shift, falling asleep in the servant room. Shannon had been kind enough to put a blanket on him, but that had just made it so warm that he fell into an even deeper sleep. So he hadn't returned to his bed in the servant waiting room the previous night. Because of that, he hadn't met Genji even once this morning. There was a knock on the door.
源氏様、
Genji-sama,
カノンです。
it's Cannon.
おはようございます。
Good morning.
あらあ
Oh my.
ら、まだお休みかしら。
I wonder if he's still sleeping.
失礼します。
Pardon me. When he tried to open the door, Cannon noticed something strange on the upper part of it. What's that? Packing tape? A small strip of packing tape was stuck along the frame of the door, almost as though sealing the door shut. Furthermore, there were notches made with scissors along the center of the packing tape, so that if you opened the door only a slight amount, it would be torn apart. Also, written sloppily across the packing tape with a thin pen was what appeared to be someone's signature. It was written in a very intricate and decorative manner, so even if it was a signature, There was no way of telling whose it was.
誰かのいたずらでしょうか。
Oh, it's probably some sort of prank.
わからないけど、こんなの今は気にしててもしょうがない。
I don't get it, but it's no use worrying about it now. It's not like he's dead or anything. What are the odds of that?
源氏様、
Genji-sama,
失礼します。
pardon me. The packing tape tore apart, and he opened the door. It wasn't as though anything happened when it split, so the two quickly forgot about that strange tape. The room was dimly lit. The lower bed of the two-level bunk still had a lump under the blanket. Apparently, Genji was still sleeping.
おはようございます、源氏様。
Good morning, Genji-sama.
源氏さんらしくもない。
This isn't like you.
朝でございますよ。
It's morning.
源氏様。
Genji-sama!
何ですかこれは。何ですかこれは。
Hello, Sagat. Welcome to the stream.
What is this? What is this?
There was a large red-black stain on the blanket. Even the servants' blankets were always kept clean. A stain like that definitely shouldn't have been there. Cannon hesitantly peeled back Genji's blanket, saw what was left of him, and was shocked into silence. Hello, Puppet Strings. Welcome to the stream.
何よこれ。
What the heck?
首がすっぱりやられてる。
His neck's been cut open.
鋭利だ。
It's thin.
相当の刃渡りのものでなければ、ここまでの切り口にはできまい。
You wouldn't be able to leave a cut this deep without a fairly long blade.
どういうことよ。
What's going on?
気分の謎をバトラーが解いたんでしょ。
Battler solved the riddle of the uptop, right?
どうして殺人が起こるわけ。
Why are there murders happening?
わからん。
I don't know.
いずれにせよ、厄介なことになるぞ。
In any event, this isn't good.
ベアトリーチェ様と夏姫様にご報告申し上げた方がいい。
We should report this to Beatrice-sama and Natsuhi-sama.
ベルフェは急いでルシネーに報告を。
Baltha, hurry and report to Lucy Nay.
心得た。
Understood. After dashing out, Kumasawa called Goda and Shannon over. Then this new pair let out screams identical to the first two.
ちょっとゴーダー。
No!
朝食の準備をサボっちゃダメ。
Oh my god, Beelzebub! You are the gluttony.
Don't stop making breakfast, Gouda!
そんなこと言ってる場合じゃないでしょ。
Is now really the time to be saying that?
2日目の朝食は決して静かに取れやしないってわけだわ。
You know by now that there's no chance they'll have a quiet and peaceful breakfast on the second day.
嫌な予感がする。
I had a bad feeling about this.
源氏だけで済まないかもしれない。
Genji might not be the only one.
屋敷内を確認するわよ。他にも何か起こっているかもしれない。
Let's check the entire mansion. Something else must have happened.
はい、お姉様。
Yes, Oni-sama.
I forgot who the last one to die was. Holy shit, Random, we have 42 people already? You guys are amazing. We're not even an hour in. Oh my god. You guys are so awesome, seriously. Natsuhi sprang awake at the sudden sound of the phone. Even Natsuhi was surprised that she'd woken up. She thought she spent the whole night unable to sleep out of fear that the mysterious man might come in at any moment. But she dozed off before they knew it. Of course, Natsuhi didn't feel rested at all. Though she groaned from the dull pain in her head, which hadn't gone away once since last night, she managed to get out of bed.
おはようございます、夏日様。
Morning, Natsuhi-sama.
おはよう。
Morning.
最悪の朝です。
And what a horrible morning it is. Yeah, oh god, she doesn't know the half of it.
ご安心を。
Don't worry.
誰も部屋へ立ち入ろうとはしませんでした。
No one tried to enter this room.
さ
I see.
不審版をありがとう。
Hello, Beatrice. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for keeping watch all night. Oh, Beatrice, if you're sick, you don't have to be here. That is so sweet of you, but please, take some medicine and get some rest, okay? Oh my god, that is really sweet of you, but please, I don't want you to risk your health to watch a stream. Oh god. Even so, that didn't mean she'd been able to sleep peacefully. The continued ringing of the phone made her headache throb even more strongly.
電話にお出になられた方がよろしいかと。
I think you should probably answer the phone.
あと、良くないご報告が妹たちから。
And then I've got some bad news to report from my sisters.
良くない報告は後にしましょ
Let's leave the bad news for later.
う。先に電話を取ります。
I'll answer the phone first. Natsuhi shook her head to wake herself and picked up the receiver. Then she regretted not listening to Lucifer's bad news first, because she wanted the first thing she heard on the horrible morning to be something better than this. Oh, it's not Battler again. Morning, Mother. Did you sleep well? That voice told her that this horrible morning, this nightmare, would not stop.
約束は守りましたよ。
I kept my promise.
私はずっと部屋にこもっていました。
I've been holed up in this room the whole time.
もちろん電話もしていません。
Of course, I haven't been on the phone either. Are you serious? But you did pick up the phone just now, did you not?
それは
Well, Just kidding. This is just a morning call I am giving my beloved mother. Morning, Mother.
人をどれだけ愚弄すれば
How far do you intend to mock me? Natsuhi gripped the receiver so hard it creaked. I wanted you to leave your seat so that I could set up for the party. Thanks to that, everything is ready now. Of course, you were the main guest, Mother.
何を始めるつもりですか
What are you planning to do? That is for you to look forward to. Do not worry. I will not keep you waiting. It has already begun. Oh, right, wait a sec. There is someone I want you to hear. Huh? There was the sound of the receiver being jolted around. The phone was apparently being passed to someone else, but there was a clunking, clattering noise, as though it was taking a lot of effort to hand the receiver over. Who in the world could he be giving the phone to? No matter who this man gives the phone to, that can't be good news for me. Oh god, Krauss is captured. Untie me! Coward!
あなた
Dear!
あなたなの
Is that you? Ugh. Untie it! Untie it! It was, without a doubt, the voice of her husband. However, he didn't respond to Natsuhi's voice. Perhaps he was bound somewhere in the darkness. Krauss, not realizing that Natsuhi was on the other end of the phone, repeatedly demanded that he be untied. Your husband is here. His eyes and ears are covered, so you won't be able to talk. But I think you can tell that he is in perfect health. What are you after? Let my husband go! I will let him go tomorrow. If you keep two promises, that is. What are they? One is that you keep it a secret that I have your husband in my care. There'll probably be a fuss when they're unable to find Krauss anywhere in the mansion. But you know nothing, so you will say nothing. Understand? I understand. What's your other condition? Oh, just a little game. At 1 o'clock today. At 1 o'clock today, you will go into the foremost guest room in the on the first floor of the mansion and hide in the closet. A guest room? Why should I go into a closet? Just a little hide and seek. If you can hide there for an hour without anyone finding you, you win. If someone does find you, you lose. And if I lose, what happens? Nothing in particular. Is that not what playing is all about? If you play along with this hide and seek, I will release your husband tomorrow. Will you really keep that promise? I wonder. Of course. Make sure you do too, Mother. If you break our promise, I will know right away. At that time, there was suddenly a loud knock on the door to Natsuhi's room. Her heart leapt automatically. Madam, are you there? Good morning. It's Goda and Cannon. Madam, please wake up. The voices coming from across the door were Cannon's and Goda's. The knock had been wild, and the voices a little shrill. It seemed that something strange had happened, and that they were agitated. What is it? Did something happen? It's nothing. It looks like the servants have arrived. I'm hanging up. Sure. I've said everything I wanted to. So do not break our promise. I understand. And you don't break our promise either.
違うね。
Who said this? You have it wrong.
母さんがそれを決めるんだよ。
The voice just changed. Wait, what? Is she doing Cannon's voice now? You have it wrong. That is for you to decide, mother.
僕に約束破らせないでね。
Do not make me break my promise,
母さん。
mother.
今日一日母さんを見てるからね。
I'll be watching you all day today, Mother.
Lambda Delta slammed the receiver down on the antique phone. Then the phone exploded into bits and became a golden splash. Then a cloud of gold butterflies, and then disappeared. Hello, Joy?
踊ってちょうだいね、夏日。
Absolutely, Ji-chan. I would agree.
Dance with me, Natsuhi.
19年前の罪に怯えながらね。
Dance, puppets, dance. Dance and feel we were sin 19 years ago.
私のターンも順調よ。
Hello, Anatar. Welcome to the stream.
My turn's going pretty well.
ベルもどうぞ。
Okay, your turn now, Bunny Buns.
どうせ無駄なんだろうけど、警察通報を通じて内外の通信可否を確認。
I'm sure this is a waste of time. But let me confirm whether correspondence with the outside world, including reporting this to the police, is possible or not.
外線は使用不能。
It's impossible to make use of the external line.
内線は使えるみたい。
Looks like you can use the internal line.
台風で船も使用不能。
It's impossible to use a boat inside the typhoon.
You're not saying it in red, Lambda.
クローズドサークルの出来上がりかしら。
I guess this closed circle is complete now.
おめでとう。これでベルンが完全に探偵に昇格ね。
Congrats, you're a full detective now, Burn.
When the police intervene, they sometimes steal some of the detective's authority. However, with the construction of the closed circle, the existence of police has been denied for all eternity. A new song we have here. From now on, the authority of the detective piece will be totally guaranteed.
はいはい、ありがとう。ごちそうさま。
Yeah, thanks a bunch.
それじゃ、早速ゲーム開始といこうかしら。
And then I guess it's time to get this game started. Erica, you're the main character. Now begin.
源氏さんまでかよ。
Even Genji-san!
5人も殺されたのか。
5 people have been killed!
Yes.
あんな、ひどい。
And it was so horrible.
ゲストハウスの4人と全く同じだった。
It was exactly the same as the 4 in the guest house.
すっぱりとひどく鋭利な刃物で首を切られた。
The neck was sliced open with a terribly sharp blade.
僕が深夜勤だったのに不審者に気づけないなんて。
To think that even though I had the midnight shift, I didn't notice anyone suspicious.
自分を責めるんじゃね
Don't blame yourself.
え。もし犯人と鉢合わせだったら命を落としてたのは自分だったかもしれねえんだぞ。
If you'd bumped into the culprit, you might be the one dead now.
その上電話も通じんときた。
Oh no, Ji-chan, no! That's so too horrible to think. Oh god. On top of that, the phones aren't even connecting.
この天気じゃ船も来んやろ。
I thought any boat will come in this weather.
えらいことになった。
This is serious.
ということは犯人はまだ私たちの身近にいる可能性が高いということだわ。
And that makes it very likely that the culprit's still nearby.
Then what?
台風が過ぎて船が迎えに来るまで私たちは人殺しと一緒にいるというわけですか。
Does that mean we'll be trapped here with a murderer until the typhoon passes and the boat comes?
大丈夫ですとも。
It'll be okay.
こうしてみんなで一緒にいれば犯人だって手出しは。
If we all stay together like this, even the culprit won't be able to leave a finger on us.
しかもなって
Even Jessica! I can't believe it!
私たちミスミス殺されはしないわよ。
We won't let ourselves be killed.
ジョージの仇を撃ってやる。
I'll avenge George.
許さない。
I won't let them get away.
誰が犯人だろうと何が理由だろうと私はジョージの仇を許さない。
No matter who the culprit is or what their reason was, I won't let the one who killed George get away.
殺してやるわ。殺してやる。
I'll kill them. I'll kill them.
Oh, Eva.
はい、皆さん、泣き言は十分ですか？ご静粛に。
Okay, everyone. Are you done crying yet? Silence, please.
クラウスさんはまだお見えにならないのですか？
Has anyone seen Krauss on yet?
さっきから電話をおかけしているのですが、お出にならないのです。
We've been calling for him for a while, but he hasn't answered.
受話器が外れていると。
Could the receiver be off the hook?
いいえ、呼び出し音はします。
No, we could hear it ringing.
聞こえていないはずはないのですが。
There's no way you didn't hear it.
どういうことだ。
What does it mean?
まさかクラウスおじさんも。
You don't think Uncle Krauss too?
やっぱりね。
Ah, figures.
こんな時に不謹慎だけれども、ゲストハウスの4人にゲンジさんで5人。
I hate to say it at a time like this, but there were 4 in the guest house, plus Genji to make 5.
もう一人いるだろうと予想はしてた。
I figure there'll be one more.
どうしてよ。
Why?
どうしてそんなことがわかるのよ。
How could you know that?
あんたが犯人なの？
Are you the culprit?
あんたがジョージを殺したの？
Did you kill George?
やめなさい、エヴァさん。
Stop it, Eva-san.
今はそんなことをしとる場合では。
No is not the time. Eva got agitated and grabbed at Kirie. Nanjo stepped in between them and grew into a bit of a scuffle. Watching this, Erica smiled condescendingly and shrugged.
でしょうね。
Same, James. I also do, seriously.
Of course.
ゲストハウスの現場を拝見した時点で6人の犠牲は読めて当然です。
It's natural that you guessed there were 6 victims after seeing the crime scene in the guest house.
4人しか死体がなかったので、あとの2人は誰だろうと思っていたくらいなので。
There were only 4 corpses. Certainly you wonder who the other 2 were.
なんでそんなことがわかるのよ。
How could you know such a thing?
あんたが殺したの。
You killed them?
あんたがジョージを。
You killed George!
許さんかエヴァ。
Quit it, Eva.
エリカちゃん、キリエさん、
Hevaka-san,
な
Kirie-san.
んでそんなことがわかるんや。
How could you know that?
適当なことは言わんといてや。
Can't you think before you talk?
簡単な連想よ。
I'm surprised Hideyoshi is not more upset about this. It's a simple connection to make.
ゲストハウスの犯行現場に書かれていた落書きは魔法陣。
They had scribbled drawn at the scene of the crime in the guest house was a magic circle.
魔法と殺人から連想するものを考えただけ。
Oh, shucks. I just tried to think of things connected to both magic and murders.
気分
Oh, so it's the epitaph, huh?
そうか
I see.
第一の場か
It's the first Twilight.
どういうことですか？
What's going on?
いえ私にもさっぱり。
Well, I don't have a clue either.
そういうことか。
Is that how it is?
魔女め。
That damn witch!
これはやっぱりベアトリーチェ様の仕業なの。So, is this really Beatrice Sama's doing?
あんたたち何を勝手に分かった風なこと言ってるのよ。
Why do you all keep talking as if you know something?
私にはさっぱり分からないわよ。
I don't have a clue!
説明なさいよ誰か。
Someone explain!
だからエヴァ少し落ち着くんや
I told you, Eva, calm down a bit!
そういうことです。That's how it is.
あの犯行現場の魔法陣を見た時点で
Ever since I saw the magic circle at that crime scene,
この殺人が碑文の第一の番をなぞった見立て殺人であり、犠牲者は6人であることは想像できていました。
I imagine this might be a plotline murder following the epitaph's first Twilight, which should mean there are 6 victims.
ただ魔法陣がそこに存在するだけで
Simply by the existence of the magic circle in that place,
鋭い理科はこの程度の推理が可能です。
this level of reasoning is possible for Voodoo America.
いかがでしょうか皆様方。
What do you think, everyone?
じゃあクラウスおじさんは殺されてるってのか
So, Uncle Krauss was also killed?
そうだとも決めつけられません。
We can't be sure of that.
ここに来ないのはクラウスさんだけではありませんよ。
Krauss-san isn't the only person who hasn't come here, right?
もう一人いらっしゃいます。
There's one more.
For just an instant, Natsuhi's brow furrowed. Yep, Kinzo. So, she hadn't been able to avoid the topic of the study after all.
まさか親父
I'm sorry, Ji-chan. You don't mean Dad!
おい誰か書斎には連絡したんだろうな
Hey, someone must have contacted the study, right?
もちろんお電話させていただきましたし、ノックもさせていただきました。
Of course we called, and we even knocked at the door.
ですがそのお返事はなく、
But, there was no answer.
当主様はご自身の研究に没頭されておいでです。
Father is immersing himself into the search.
時に電話を嫌い、受話器を外し、ノックを無視することもあります。
He sometimes leaves the receiver off the hook because he doesn't want to be called and even ignores any knocking because he's certainly very well and alive.
しかし呼び出し音はちゃんと。
But the phone was ringing.
とにかく
Anyway, shut up, Koda.
主人の無事を確かめる方が先です。
Let's first check to see that my husband's safe.
主人の寝室へ行きましょう。
Let's go to his room. Natsuhi stood up in a flurry and dashed out into the corridor. Rudolph and the others immediately chased after her, telling her to wait.
さあさあ皆さんもご一緒に。
Come on, let's all go together.
三流ミステリーも三流スプラッターも単独行動を取る人から死にますよ。
In both third-rate mysteries and third-rate horrors, people who act alone tend to die first.
いわんやこのゲームもまたしかり。
Yeah, this game is just the same.
Hello, Guffy Force. Welcome to the stream.
とっても三流だわ。Beatrice really is third rate, even though she has nothing to do with this game.
Oh, but in third-rate disaster movies and third-rate action movies, people who act alone do survive, right? Weird.
Huh?
もはや碑文は解かれたというのに。
Same, Sailor Moon. I'm wondering why she's not thinking about Jessica. Wait! How is she in the meta world? Wait, what? What the fuck? How is she in the meta world? How? What? Even though the epitaph has already been solved.
誰が望んでこんな真似を。
Who's behind this farce?
ラムダデルタ教の駒と思われる19年前の男とやらの仕業かもしれません。
It might be the work of this man from 19 years ago, who is thought to be Lady Damnadatta's piece.
おっと、そんなはずもありませんが。
Ah, yes, that can't be true.
これまでのゲームですでにベアタは赤き真実で。
In the games up until now, Beato has already stated that Kinzo is vanished.
金蔵が消えて18人以上は存在しない。18人目は存在しないと明言しているわ。
Meaning that no more than 17 people exist, and no 18th person exists.
そして今回はそれにエリカが一人加わって19人目が存在しないと明言されてる。
Now that Erica has been added, it's been stated that no 19th person exists.
19年前の男とやらが島に入り込む余地なんてないわ。
There is no room for this man from 19 years ago to appear on the island.
ならば19年前の男は既存の人間の中の誰かが語っているか。
Exactly, Matt. I thought I understood how this worked. So, the man from 19 years ago is disguised as one of the existing humans. Or else.
赤で19人目が許されずとも
Even
そ
if
こ
a,
に19人目を紛れ込ませるなど
even if a 19th person isn't permitted by the red.
わらわならば魔女ならば造作もなくやってのけるがな。
Slipping in a 19th person is no trouble for me, no trouble for witches.
面白くなってきたぞ。もうしばらく様子を見させてもらうとしよう。
Now it's getting interesting. Why don't we watch this a little longer?
それにしてもラムダデルタ教にベルンカステル教名
Still, those two witches
いよいよに我がゲーム版にて好き放題を始めよった。
have finally started to do whatever they please with my game board, haven't they?
分かっていてお招きになったのではありませんか。
Oh god, my head is really fucking splitting here. Didn't you know that would happen when you invited them? Huh.
退屈を嫌うわ。わらわも魔女なれば同じこと。
As a witch, I have the same dislike for boredom as they do.
この想定外さえも魔女なれば想定される喜びである。
Even the unexpected brings the kind of joy a witch expects.
よかろう。受けて立とうぞ。
Very well. Bring it on!
受けて立つのは上等だけど、まずい流れよ。
It's great that you're so eager, but things have taken a nasty turn.
わかってる？
Get it?
ですが
Indeed.
様子見を気取る段階とはやや言い難いかと。
Perhaps this isn't the best time to wait and see what happens next.
分かっておる。
I know that.
このまま行けば金蔵の存在が再び蒸し返される。
At this rate, Kinzo's existence will become an issue once again.
書斎の結界も長くは持たんな。
And the barrier around the study won't last long.
それだけじゃないわ。
That isn't all.
さらに厄介な展開になるわよ。
Things are going to get even worse.
いい？
See?
1
Move 1,
手、2
move 2,
手、3
move 3,
手。詰めて。
and then you're cornered.
夏日。
Natsuhi. Gop whispered something into Beito's ear. Beito's mouth slowly widened into a grin.
エリカが全員を集めたのはむしろ我らには好都合です。
Erica bringing everyone together is actually convenient for us.
観測者の及ばぬすべての闇は我ら悪魔のもの。
All darkness outside the range of us observers belongs to us demons.
今を逃しては撃てない手かと。
This may be the only time to make that move.
夏日はキング。
Natsuhi is the king.
動けぬ駒なれど取らせることは許されぬ。
She can't move far, but we cannot allow her to be taken.
先手を取ろう。
Let's take the initiative.
ここで失すると夏日が詰められる。
If we slip up here, Natsuhi will be cornered.
ガープル、頼めるか？
Gop, can I count on you?
もちろん。
Of course.
密室トリックもアリバイもミステリーなんて私がまとめて風穴を開けてあげるわ。
I'll blow a hole through closed room tricks, alibis, and mysteries alike.
任せて。私が始末する。
Leave it to me. I'll handle it. Gop was swallowed up, along with the chair she sat in, into a pitch-black hole that opened up on the floor and then disappeared. After that, a hole opened on the ceiling and spat just the chair back out, returning the place to the way it had been.
厄介なことになりましたね。
This is becoming troublesome. Same, Ji-chan, same. I see.
ラムダデルタ教にかかってはわらわすらも駒に過ぎぬというわけか。
Against Lady Lambda Delta, even I am nothing more than a mere piece.
序盤は駒の損得より展開を急げという。
So in the early game, I must worry more about expansion than losing or taking pieces.
かなわぬな、あの御人には。
I'm just no match for that person.
そうはさせぬぞ。夏日はわらわの使える最後の主。
I won't let her do that. Natsuhi is the final master I will serve.
このベアトリーチェと契約する限り決して取ることかなわぬ駒と知れ。
Know that this is a piece you'll never be allowed to take, so long as she has a contract with me, Beatrice!
Krauss の部屋は空っぽ。
Krauss's room was empty.
ベッドは空っぽだったけど、
The bed was too.
それまでの5人の殺害現場と同じで、おびただしい血痕が残されていたわ。
But massive bloodstains similar to the crime scenes remained.
でも死体はない。
But there was no corpse.
ないわね。
Nope.
じゃあ死んでない。
Then he isn't dead.
ないかもね。
Maybe not.
どういうこと？
What's going on?
兄さんはどこにいるのよ。
Where's Nissan?
この血まみれのベッドじゃな。
Judging by this bloodstained bed.
考えたくねえが、ゲストハウスと同様に首を切られて殺されたと考えるのが妥当だろうぜ。
I don't like to think about it, but we should probably assume he was killed and had his neck cut open, just like the people in this guest house.
でしょうな。
Probably.
この出血量では無事を考えるのは難しい。
Judging by the amount of blood lost, it's hard to imagine that he's okay.
しかし
But
旦那様はどちらに？
where did Krauss-sama go? Large amounts of blood stained on top of the bed, but there were no similar marks on the floor of the room. Whether Krauss had been seriously wounded and wandered off somewhere, or killed and carried off somewhere, they had no clue from where this somewhere might be. Natsuhi knew. Though Krauss had been sounding far from his best over the phone, at least he hadn't sounded like he was on the brink of death. In other words, these bloodstains had to be a setup. That might not even be blood. However, just what was that man thinking? What's this supposed to be?
なんてこって。
What the heck?
第一の晩に6人を生贄にっちゅうのか。
So in the first Twilight there were 6 sacrifices.
クラウス兄さんには自分の部屋の扉を施錠する習慣はないの？
Now, was Krauss Nissan in the habit of locking his door?
私たちは今鍵を開けずに入ったの。
We just came in without unlocking it.
いえ、旦那様にも施錠の習慣が。
Yes, Krauss-sama also has a habit of locking up.
当家では奥様のお言いつけにより
This house.
公共の場所以外は施錠が義務付けられております。
Madam has ordered that all non-public areas be locked.
クラウスおじさんの部屋を開けられる鍵は何本ある？
How many keys can unlock Uncle Krauss's room?
旦那様がお持ちの一本の他にマスターキーが。
If only got before us. If only got before us.
In addition to the one key Krauss-sama held, there's the master keys.
ああ、鍵がどうこうなんてくだらない論争です。
Oh, all that stuff about keys is a pointless argument.
ゲンジさんがすでに犠牲になっていることをお忘れですか？
Did you forget that Genji-san is already a victim?
彼のマスターキーは紛失しています。
His master key is missing.
ですから今やこの屋敷のすべての鍵は意味をなしません。
That means all the locks in this mansion are meaningless.
つまらないですね。
How boring.
つまりこの屋敷には密室殺人は今までもこれからも存在しないということです。
In other words, no closed room murders have existed or will exist in this mansion.
やれ
Yada yada. Sheesh.
退屈なミステリーになりました。
This is getting to be a pretty boring mystery.
Erica laughed off this murder in disappointment, as though it was something she was watching on TV. I can't understand it. Why is her world so different from ours? It's almost like she's in a separate dimension from us. Almost, Valor. Almost. Actually, that's exactly what it is. Jeez.
Jessica.
What's Jessica also?
こんな風にベッドで
Like this in a bed? Yes, that's right.
ジョージと同じに首を切られて。
Just like George, her neck was cut.
Jessica.
Jessica!
ジェシカに会わせて。
Let me be with Jessica!
私、ジェシカの顔さえ見てないんです。
I haven't even seen Jessica's face yet!
ジェシカ。ジェシカ
Jessica! Jessica!
待ちんや、ナスイさん。
What up, Natsuhi-san?
まだ犯人が近くに潜んでいるかもしれない。
The culprit might still be hiding nearby.
一人にさせるのは危険だ。
It would be dangerous to let her be alone. Natsuhi flew out of the room and dashed toward the guest house this time. It was only natural. Natsuhi still hasn't even seen Jessica's dying face. Everyone probably thought that. Of course, even Natsuhi was half thinking that. The other half was her desire to shift everyone else's attention away from the study. Strange crimes had occurred. The gold had been discovered, and some relatives has even recommended Battler to be the successor. Even in these twisted circumstances, she had to protect Kinzo's secret. If my head is going to be rocked by this suffering anyway, please just let my head explode right now. That way I won't have to suffer any longer.
では皆さん、
So everyone,
夏日さんのためにも一度ゲストハウスへ戻りましょうか。
for Natsuhi-san's sake, let's return to the guest house for the time being.
死に顔を見たって何かが進展するわけではありませんが。
Though it's not as if seeing their dead faces is going to lead to any new developments.
お前には心ってもんがねえのか。
Do you even have a heart?
Nope.
心？
A heart?
何ですか？
What's that?
Jesus Christ. You know, if she didn't have that bloody detective immunity bullshit, like, she should be the #1 suspect. It's kind of bullshit. Damn. Oh, my God. Jeez. Erica, my God. Just seeing her daughter's dead face wouldn't bring Jessica back to life, nor would it heal Natsuhi's anguish. On the contrary, she would probably wail, wasting a considerable amount of time before being able to think properly again. Hello T, welcome to the stream. This probably sums up Erica's screwed up argument. Just seeing their dying faces won't lead to any new developments.
進展するのよね、それが。
Like hell it won't!
ベアとのコマたちが面白い変化をもたらしてくれたわ。
Beatrice pieces have brought about a really interesting change!
What in the... Natsuhi flew into the cousin room on the second floor of the guest house and was struck dumb by the blood-stained beds and the eerie magic circle, which looked like it might have been drawn with the victim's blood.
Jessica,
Where is Jessica?
Jessica はどこです？ Jessica!
Where is she? Jessica!
そこのベッドに。
In that bed.
どこに？
A bed? Where? Huh?
ジョージは
George?
どこなの？
Where is he?
おいおい。
Now wait a sec. What the hell is going on here?
この部屋はちゃんと施錠していきましたよね。
Somebody moved the bodies. They're probably going to be like displayed somewhere or something.
We made sure to lock this room when we left, right?
これで犯人がマスターキーを持つことが確実となりました。
We can now be certain the culprit has a master key.
またしても私の推理通り。
Once again, my reasoning was correct.
そんなことはどうでもいい。
Who cares about that?
どこにいたんだ？
Where did they go?
みんなのジョージの兄貴たちの遺体はどこに行ったんだ。
Where did everyone's corpses go?
面白い真似を。
Nice trick.
さあさあ、ほらほら魔法よ。 Hey, look, look, it's magic, right? ベアとのどこのカープが魔法で死体をどこかへ隠しちゃったわ。That cop was with Beato. Hid the corpses somewhere with magic.
私たちは全員で一緒に行動していた。
All of us moved
だ
together.
から全員にアリバイがあると。
So you're trying to say that everyone had alibis.
あなたの推理はこうでしょ? Your reasoning goes like this, right? 実は4人は死んでなくて死んだふりだった。 The four of them weren't actually dead, they were just plain dead. それでみんながいない間にどこかに身を潜めた。 Then when no one else was around, they hid somewhere. 正解かしら? Am I right?
誰の死亡宣言をも赤では出す気ないんでしょ?
You don't intend to proclaim any of their deaths in red now, do you?
当然よ。 Of course I won't. ベアとのパーと違って私は緑に赤をサービスしたりしないわ。 Unlike that dope Beato who's probably just trying to train Battler to be better, I don't give out red for free.
なら喜んで青き真実を使わせてもらうわ。
In that case, I'll be glad to use the blue truth.
この程度のこと、いくらでも抜け道は思いつくもの。
I can think of many ways to work around something of this level.
はいはいどうぞ。 Sure, go ahead. 青き真実タイム。Blue truth time.
まず考えられる一つ目。
Here's the first one I can think of.
実は犠牲者は死んでいなかった。
The victims aren't actually dead.
死んだふりをしていて、こっそりどこかに隠れたのよ。
They pretended to be dead, then secretly hid themselves somewhere.
何しろあんたは誰の死亡についても赤き真実で宣言してないものね。
After all, you haven't proclaimed anyone's deaths with the red truth.
たとえ傷口ばっくり見せられちゃっても赤くなきゃそうくるわよね。基本よね。 Even though you've been shown their gaping wounds, you're still trying out on principle. As long as there's no red, right? でもダメよ。 But don't get your hopes up. 赤き真実なんてサービスしないわよ。 I'm not giving you a freebie red truth. Yeah. 何しろゲームの最後、10月5日24時にちょいと1箇所否定すればいいんだもんね。 After all, I just had to deny it one all at once at the end of the game at midnight on October 5th. 魔女側は有利だわ。 Ah, the witch's side has such a big advantage. バカバトラならこれで終わるところでしょうけど、ベルンは違うわよね。 It'll be all over now if that stupid battler was my opponent. But you aren't like that, right, Burn?
当然よ。
Of course.
こんなのは誰もが思いつくくだらないって。
Anyone could have thought of that silly move.
まだ続けるわよ。
I have more.
2つ目。
Second one.
遺体はクラウスが運んで隠した。
Krauss carried all the corpses off and hid them.
クラウスはあんたがさらってどこかに監禁されてるように演出されてるけど、実際はフリーなのかもしれない。
You've acted it out so that it looks like you've kidnapped Krauss, and then locked him up somewhere. But he might actually be free.
クラウスにアリバイはないわ。
Krauss has no alibi.
クラウスが彼らの死体を隠したのよ。
Krauss hid their corpses.
ああ、そうよね。Yeah, that's right. 赤き真実でクラウスの監禁を宣言したわけじゃないもんね。
It's not like I proclaimed Krauss was being combined with the red truth.
言うもんね。敵を騙すには味方から。
You know how they say you've got to confuse your friends before you can confuse your enemies.
夏日に自分が囚われてるように嘘をついたっと。
So he lied to Natsuhi, making it seem like he'd been captured.
他には
Any others?
3つ
Third one.
目、そもそも死体が別人。
The corpses were different people in the first place.
犠牲者そっくりの身代わり死体よ。
There were substitute corpses that closely resembled the victims.
ジョージたちは最初から隠れていて、その後に身代わり死体を片付けた。
George and the others were hiding from the beginning, and later cleaned up those substitute corpses.
死体は最初から死んでるから、島の人数にはカウントされない。
These corpses were dead from the very beginning, so they don't count towards the number of people on the island.
That's messed up.
つまりあれだけの人間が寄ってたかって死に顔を見て全員が全員身代わりの死体を見抜けなかったと
So even though all those people gathered around and saw their dead faces, none of them realized they were substitute corpses.
赤き真実をあんたが行使しない以上、全員が全員遺体の身元確認を誤認した可能性だってあるわ。
Since you haven't used the red truth, there's a possibility that everyone misidentified all of the corpses.
あんたに誰も人物を誤認しないって復唱要求に応える気があるなら直ちに引っ込めるけど。
Though if you do feel like repeating no one would misidentify a person, I'll withdraw that claim immediately, okay?
嫌ですよーだ。そんな挑発には乗らないわよ。
No way! I'm not falling for that!
赤き真実はね、もったいぶるから効果的なのよ。
The red truth's only useful if you use it with flash, right?
たくさんの青き真実の中からたった一つだけを選び赤で叩き切る。
I'll take a single truth out of a large pile of blue and smash it with the red.
そしてその他すべての青き真実はそれが正しかったのかどうかも明かされないまま闇に葬られて消える。
Then the rest of the blue truths will be swallowed up by darkness before you can find out whether they were right or wrong.
その闇こそ魔女の世界。
That darkness is the world of witches.
あんたに与えられる真実なんて何も存在しない。
You won't be given any truth at all. Aha!
この子、バカそうなふりしてなかなかだわ。
This girl acts like she's stupid, but she's not bad at all.
決して挑発に乗りやしない。
She'll never rise to provocation.
魔女の闇ってもんが何か、本当のゲームマスターのベアトよりよっぽど理解してるじゃない。
Looks like she understands the darkness of magic, even better than the true game master Beato.
そしてどうやらガープもそれをよく理解してるみたい。この死体消失の一手。
And apparently Gop understood that as well also. That move of hiding the corpses.
ラムダとベアトの双方にとってなかなか有効だわ。
Okay, bye, Ji-chan. Thank you so much for coming as much as you could. It was pretty effective for both Lambda and Beato.
とりあえず私も死体消失について思いつく仮説を3つほど挙げてみた。
In any event, I've thought up a full 3 theories about the disappearing corpses.
一つの謎に対し3つの青きくさび。
3 blue wedges for a single riddle.
だから3つのうち1つを否定すればいいわけじゃない。
That doesn't mean she can just deny one of those 3.
3つのくさびを全て抜かない限りこの謎は貫かれている。
Unless she eliminates all 3 wedges, this riddle has been defeated.
それが魔女狩りの鉄則。
That's the ironclad rule of witch hunting.
くさびは1本じゃ全然足りない。
A single wedge isn't nearly enough.
くさび1本で死んでくれるのは吸血鬼程度。
Only vampires die from a single stake.
魔女に比べりゃ吸血鬼なんて貧弱なもんよ。
Compared to witches, vampires are weak. That's right, I'm calling you out.
本物の魔女はね、くさびでめった刺しにしなきゃ死なないのよ。
True witches won't die unless you stab them all over with stakes, right?
殺し屋だってそうでしょ。
It's the same with assassins, isn't it?
殺し屋が綺麗に一発の弾丸だけで相手を殺すなんて日本の漫画の中だけよ。
It's only in Japanese manga that you see assassins kill their targets with a single perfect shot.
本当の殺し屋なら弾倉が空になるまで全弾ぶち込むよ。
Real assassins will empty out an entire magazine's worth of bullets. Hello, Sean! Oh, thank you so much! I'm really glad that you liked reactions and theories. You're only on episode 2, but thank you so much for dropping into this one.
あんただってそうするでしょ。
Thank you, Sean. That's how you do things, right?
無論私もよ。
Of course, it's the same for me.
でもこんなのこの子のことだから赤一つで一刀両断にしてくるでしょうね。
But it's this girl we're talking about, right? It's my little lammy whammy poo.
Oh, I love it when you talk dirty to me.
So she might slice it up in 2 all with a single swipe of the red.
彼らの死亡宣言とクラウスの無実。
By simply letting off a few quick lines confirming their deaths and Krauss's innocence with the red.
この辺をちょいちょいって赤で語るだけで私のくさびは3本とも抜けてしまう。
She can remove all 3 of my wedges.
ま、それでいいんだけどね。
Well, that's okay.
赤き真実が出てきたらそれに合わせて再び青きくさびでめった刺しにしてやるだけのこと。
When the red truth does come out, I just need to follow along with it and stab her full of blue wedges again.
それが魔女のゲームの進め方。
This is how a game of witches plays out.
ああ、楽しい。
Ah, it's so
バ
fun.
トラのまどろっこしい戦いにずっとイライラしてきたから本当に楽しい。
Battler's sluggish battles always pissed me off, so I'm loving this.
わかってるわ、ラムダ。
Yeah, I understand, Lambda.
こんなの第一の番の最初の最初。
The first Twilight is just the beginning of the
前
beginning.
哨戦でしょ。
It's just a skirmish, right?
そうでなくっちゃ。
Wouldn't have it any other way. Oh, God, Lemmy.
あんたをボロボロに負けさせて悔し泣きさせて床を這いつくばらせてかきむしらせて
I'll make you lose pathetically and cry out in regret as you crawl and scratch at the floor.
その可愛らしい髪の毛を掴んで床になすりつけながら笑い転げる楽しみが薄れちゃうもの。
I've almost forgotten the pleasure of grabbing that cute hair of yours and wiping the floor with it as I roll around laughing.
Oh, Bernie Bones. Ah! Come on, we gotta hurry up with this game. We gotta get a room. Ah!
Patience, Lemmy Whammy Poo. Meanwhile, Battler's just... The servant waiting room in the mansion had once again gone silent. There lay Genji's corpse, which had been covered completely with a blanket. In the ceiling of this cramped room, a pitch-black hole appeared. Captivating legs sprouted out, and Gop floated downwards.
ごめんね、Genji。
Sorry, Genji.
そこでゆっくり永眠してたいだろうけど、そういうわけにはいかない。
You probably want to enjoy your eternal sleep right there. But that's not going to be possible.
後ろ宮家の最後の当主、夏日に死してなお奉公するために、ここから消えてちょうだい。
Please disappear from this place so that you might even serve Natsuhi, the final head of their Shimiya family, even after death. Gob stripped off the blanket as she said this to Genji, who was sleeping peacefully. Then she stared at the deep wound in his neck.
見事な切り口じゃない？
That's a nice cut.
まさに一刀で切ったのね。
Must have been made with a single slice.
こんな真似ができるやつが権限しているの。
Has anyone who's capable of this manifested yet?
いやね。
Not good.
これが可能な心当たりのあるやつに、ろくなやつがいないわ。
I can't think of anyone decent who might be capable of this. It goes without saying, but witches are capable of summoning beings with a strength proportional to their own ability. The great Lady Lambda Delta called that being here as a trump card, 19th person. Even optimistically speaking, this is on par with Renove and me. Okay, so a new demon I think we're going to get here. So far, our power levels are basically the 7 stakes, then the Chiesters, and then the demons, and then the witches, and then Beatrice and Virgilia, and then Lambda and Byrne is the power hierarchy that we've seen. A pitch black hole opened up on the bed, and Genji disappeared as though the bed had swallowed him up. Just like the 4 in the guest house, Genji's corpse was also hidden in some unknown place. It was a place that no one could find, located neither within this world or the next. No longer would anyone be able to find their corpses. No longer would anyone be able to confirm their deaths. She carried Genji's corpse to this place of endless silence, where it would never be disturbed.
死体がなければ行方不明。
Where there's no corpse, a person goes
行
missing.
方不明扱いとは、犯人と疑われ、同時に犠牲者とも疑われる。
When a
ま
person
さに猫箱の中身そのもの。
goddamn pauses. When a person's missing, people both suspect that they might be the culprit and suspect that they might be victims. Truly like the inside of a cat box.
開かれることの決してない猫箱の中の暗闇こそ、我ら悪魔と魔女の住みか。
The darkness inside of cat boxes that'll never be opened is where we demons and witches reside.
言って遅かったわね、名探偵さん。
You were a bit too slow, Miss Great Detective. Gob licked her lips and gulped.
どうしてガープ様は死体を隠して回るのかしら。
I wonder why Gobsam is going around hiding corpses.
知らない。
I don't know.
でもガープ様ってなんかかっこいいよね。
But Gobsam is pretty cool.
なんていうのか惚れるわ。
She's just so awesome.
バカ言ってんじゃないわよ。見張りはどうしたの？
Don't be stupid! What happened to standing guard?
人間たちがゲストハウスから戻ってくるわよ。
The humans are returning from the guest houses.
ガープ様。
Gob-sama!
ええ、退散するわよ。
Yes, let's disperse.
これで、なんとか夏日の逃げ道を作れたはず。
This should be enough to give Natsuhi a way out. Gop jumped into a pitch black hole that had opened near her feet. Mom said I'm going in too and jumped in, followed by Osmo, who said, "Me too," and hopped in, giggling. As Satan hesitated over what to do, the hole closed. Shh. And you call yourself members of the Seven Sisters of Purgatory? How childish! So stupid! Bakamitai! Satan went bright red and got all angry by herself, then turned into gold butterflies and disappeared. I think Satan is one of the cutest of the Seven Sisters, I have to say. I think she's really adorable. It seems Garp has succeeded in moving 2 of the 5 corpses. Well done. However, the next part is tricky.
Genjiの死体の消失に多少は驚くでしょうが。
They will probably be somewhat surprised at the disappearance of Genji's corpse.
彼らの次の関心は再び金蔵の書斎に向くでしょう。
But their interest will most likely swing back to Kinzo's study after that.
書斎の鍵は2本。
There are 2 keys to the study.
夏日がすべて所持していて幸運であったな。
It's fortunate that Natsuhi is in possession of both.
もし現地に1本を預けたままであったなら、それは今頃ラムダデルタ教の手に落ちていたであろう。
If she had left on with Genji, it would probably have fallen into Lady Lambda Delta's hands by now.
どうやらラムダデルタ教は金蔵の死を隠すつもりはさらさらないようですな。
It seems Lady Lambda Delta has no intention of hiding Kinzo's death.
お嬢様が築き上げてきた堀も塔も城壁もすべて見捨てて戦われるつもりのようだ。
Apparently, she plans to fight while ignoring the moat, towers, and ramparts you have created.
おかしな三角対決になったものよ。
This has become a strange triangular confrontation.
我らはそれぞれが敵であり、時に意図せずして連携しておる。
We are all each other's enemies, but we will sometimes join forces without notice.
三つどもえが2対1になったかと思えば、逆に1対2にもなる。
In a 3-way fight, just when you think it's 2 against 1, it suddenly becomes 1 against 2.
ほらあれだ。
That's what I like. That's what it's like.
中国のバトルロイヤル。
That Chinese battle royale.
三国志とやらに似てるとは思わんか?
Don't you think it's like that Records of the Three Kingdoms thing?
天下三分の計ですな。
Oh, the Long Zhong plan.
お嬢様にしては随分と高尚な例えですよ。
That's quite a sophisticated analogy to hear coming from you. I think that's where Guan Yu died. I'm not sure.
三国志って3つ国があったではないか。
There were 3 empires in Records of the Three Kingdoms, weren't there?
魏と呉と蜀だったか?
Wei, Wu, and Shu. Right.
まるでわらわたちであるな。
That sounds just like us. I wonder who's Cao Cao here.
はて。のはどの国であったか?
So, which empire went out in the end? Actually, they all fell because freaking the Jin clan took over Wei, and it just and they just said, fuck all y'all. So none of them in the end, although I guess you could technically say it was Wei. Jeez.
最後に統一したのは秦です。
Yep, exactly. The power that gained control in the end was the Jin dynasty.
お嬢様のおっしゃられる三国はすべて滅びました。
The three empires you mentioned were all destroyed.
ほう
Oh,
これは知らなかった
I didn't know that.
てっきり三国のどれかが勝者になったとばかり
I thought that one of the three empires won. Sorry, Beatrice. Yup. Three Kingdoms doesn't play out like you would think a story would, because it's based on history, where random shit happens and the three heroes, the three main characters all die at weird times in weird ways. It could have worked out nicely if the Sun family didn't just friggin' betray him at the friggin' battle and get Guan Yu killed and turn that around. Ah, fucking hell, jeez.
義が圧倒的に優勢だったのではないか
Didn't the Wei have an overwhelming advantage?
帝位を腹心に奪われ、国を乗っ取られて滅びました。
They had position of emperor stolen from them, and their empire was subjugated and destroyed. Yup. The Jin were from inside Wei, and they stole power from the South family. And, yep, they just took over Wei from the end and said, screw it, you know, Wei is now Jin, and Jin is gonna win. Everybody. Yep. The Sima clan, a noble family that Cao Cao invited in as advisors, eventually gained central control in a power struggle and took over the country. Yep.
参謀として招き乗っ取られるか
So, they were invited in as advisors, and then they seized control.
面白いぞ
Very interesting.
ラムダデルタ教面
That Lady Lambda Delta.
失礼いたします。
Pardon me.
人間たちは使用人控室にて現時の死体消失を確認。
The humans have confirmed the disappearance of Genji's corpse in the servant waiting room.
ゴールドスミス教の書斎に移動を開始しました。
They have started moving towards Lord Goldsmith's study. Well, Romp, that one's not on me. They spoiled it within the story here. So for once, it's not on me.
リーチェ
Riche!
来るわよ
They're coming.
来るがいい
Let them come!
人間どもに絶対と奇跡の魔女どもに
The humans and the witches of certainty and miracles. I agree, Sailor Moon. If this is a three-way fight, then we've got humans, witches, and what should we be called? If the thing we're protecting for the time being is Kinzo's phantom.
我らは幻
So, are we phantoms then? This is really sad because she doesn't even know she's being controlled by Lambda Delta. Oh god. Bye, Sailor Moon. Thank you so much for coming. Oh wow, we got the end of a chapter.
O 父様、夏日です。
Interesting, Dexter. You think it's a super good place to stop? Is there any kind of I know that I've heard that this chapter is super ultra long. Oh, a short string. Oh God. How long do you think the next chapter is going to take? Is there like a good stopping point within this chapter, or is there a good stopping point in this chapter coming up soon? Would that be 4 hours for me, Guppy Force, or 4 hours? Oh. I could probably stop in the middle of the next chapter, but I won't want to. Oh, hello, Chaos Shield. You guess I could stop before everything, like 1 hour in. Interesting. So you guys should. I'm counting on you guys then to tell me when a good stopping point might be here. Okay, so what's gonna go on now? 2 hours on autoplay, 4 hours for me. Okay, so you know what? I think okay, 4 of my hours. Thank you, Chaos Shield. So you know what? I do want to get to that 1 hour stopping point because we haven't even gone 2 hours yet. But what I will do now is make another coffee. And I do want to get to that 1 hour point in. If you think that's okay. And that 1 hour is one of my hours, right? Not one of the game hours. Guppy Force. Oh, you think I won't want to stop, Dexter? Huh. Interesting. Let's see. So do you think it'll take one of my hours to reach that point? Okay, there is a stopping point. You know what? Okay. So then I might just make this a shorter stream then. And it won't, okay, you know what? Then we'll do that as a big stream next time. Okay, just because of how the chapters are working out. You know what? Okay, we'll do it that way next time. I'm sorry, you guys. This stream is going to be a bit shorter today just because of how the chapters are working out. But I'm super, ultra looking forward to next time, you guys. I really do appreciate you telling me this. You guys are awesome. So in 2 days, yeah, let's get to that really, really awesome chapter that you guys are talking about. Yeah, you're right. We have had a lot of long streams recently, Matt. Yeah, that is true. We'll take a look at... you know what? I'll take a look at these profiles. I know we did a long time ago, back in the beginning of the episode 5, but let's take a look at them again now. Yeah, we have had a lot of long streams recently, so you know what? Yeah. Servant Genji, his corpse was found in the servant waiting room on the first floor of the mansion. The direct cause of death is unknown, but his neck was sliced open by a sharp blade. The wound was deep enough so that anyone could easily confirm his death with absolute certainty. And Arosa says the same thing. Maria says the same thing. George says the same thing, and they all say the same thing. Okay. Yeah. Except for where they were found. Okay, yeah. Okay, you guys. Next time, I guess it's going to be a long one. So, I am really looking forward to that. Thank you guys so much for coming. Seriously. And telling me also, like, where these good stopping points are. It's a bit of a shorter one today, but next one is going to be, I think, one of the big, like, four-ish hour ones. So, you know what? I think it's nice to have a shorter stream every once in a while. Just because that's how the chapters work out. So, you know what? Until next time, I will say, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. You are all the sweetest of hearts. See ya.